My number 2 is Uncle Boonmee Who Can Recall His Past Lives. The movie's as weird as that sounds. The title makes it sad. But, see, this is... I can't pronounce the director's name. I couldn't in the best directors.
That's okay. We'll toss it up here along the bottom.
He's... Ooh, male penis.
If your penis is up here,
my penis is anywhere I want it to be.
It's anywhere. It's everywhere you want to be.
Yeah, this is an amazing film, and I didn't expect any less. This is one of maybe 10 to 15 films where I've given it 100 on Criticker. And it's not even my number 1. But this director's just fantastic. He's from Thailand. He's one of the best, new directors. This movie has a bunch of different ideas. Of course, like any of his movies, there's beautiful shots of trees. He loves trees. There's parts in the movie where, the movie split up into certain parts, and there's parts in it where they're kind of, overacting like old Hollywood. It's an intentional thing. He wanted them to. And it's just such a creative movie. Such an odd movie. There's, sex with a catfish. I think with a catfish.
Make an assessment.
It was just different. It was a different movie. Just different. But
that was a shout out to old Greg. Anyways, yeah.
And I've given this director 2 of his movies 100. So
this one and Tropical Malady, right?
Yeah, I love this guy. I love what he does.
This is one that I haven't gotten a chance to see, but you have it, so I'm probably going to see it. I'll probably end up seeing it eventually. I actually want to, because I was totally sold on the name. As soon as I heard the name Uncle Boonmee Who Can Recall His Past Lives, I was like, this is a movie I need to see.
It's pretty much in tone and how the movie moves along. It's all Tropical Malady, so if you, it's very similar in some ways.
Yeah, and I wasn't a huge Tropical Malady fan, which brought up some tension between us. The only tension between us has never been sexual.
I know.
No homo.
No penis.
Damn it. But I liked Tropical Malady, but it sounds like this is one that I'm gonna really like. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Number 1.
The big Kahuna.
Ichibano. Number 1. Boom. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was you.
The train's coming.
Shit.
You're waiting for a train. You don't know where this train will take you.
But you know
but it's about to run over your head. My number 1 is Inception. I mean, to classify any other, I think, mainstream Hollywood movie, I don't know. Maybe not.
Spit it out.
But pretty, fairly close, anyways. To classify any other mainstream Hollywood movie as being a better movie this year than Inception, I find it so hard to get behind it. Other than maybe, like you mentioned, Black Swan. Black Swan is probably very close. Again, I haven't seen it, so I find it hard to mention. But I mean, just everything about Inception was just great. I saw this movie 3 times in theaters. I paid to see it in the theater 3 times. So 3 times I got to hear the boom, and it scared me all 3 times. Another one that's got Michael Caine in it. Michael Caine, he's the devil. The horns. Yeah, Michael Caine, Leonardo DiCaprio. Joseph Gordon-Levitt deserves a nod for Best Supporting Actor, at least a nomination. Marion Cotillard is fantastic. Ellen Page is fantastic. We like Ellen Page, too, because she's like the celebrity that's in the closest proximity to us, because she lives in Halifax. So I don't know. I think we love her because somewhere deep down we think we can get her. Which we can't.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for you. All right. This awkward silence where we hope Ellen Page is not watching our video somehow, but that's okay.
Bomb!
Hi, Ellen. Thanks for the support. But I loved Inception. I loved it so much. I bought it on Blu-ray. It's one of only 2 Blu-ray movies that I own. This one and Scott Pilgrim. I mean, should be proof enough right there with how, like, anti-Blu-ray and, you know, well, not anti-Blu-ray, but anti-paying for Blu-ray because it's so goddamn expensive that I bought, you know, my top 2 movies of the year on Blu-ray. Just everything about Inception, I just loved it. That's about all I can say.
I didn't really like it very much. So, number 1. Well, if they're paying attention to the video, they realize that Inception is like number 4 on mine.
4.
So, number 20. Let's start this over again. Male penis.
So many penis references, so little time.
Speaking of penis, my number 1 is Trash Humpers. I'm not kidding. You probably never heard of it if you're watching this. And if you have, you're cool. If you've seen it, you're even cooler. But yeah, it's Trash Humpers. This is a Harmony Korine movie. So I'm like pretty much programmed to like it. It's like, ooh, Harmony Korine movie. Woohoo! Yay. I love it. It's my favorite movie ever. I haven't even seen it yet.
You were pretty amped on this before you got to see it.
I'm always amped on a Korine movie.
Hyped because you're amped.
He always does something really interesting.
Most in case of your heroes don't appear on this stage.
In case you haven't seen a Harmony Korine movie, he's very into making films about male penis. Now, in the films that don't have a real clear-cut narrative most of the time, his films are always odd. The thing is, though, he's one of these directors that just always does something interesting. There's always a point. He's not just a guy who thinks, hey, I can do something really weird just for the sake of being weird. No, this guy's got a logic. There's a method to his madness for everything he does. And Trash Humpers is a movie about a few people who are very antisocial, to put it lightly. They do such things as putting razor blades and I think candy apples. They walk over to green bins and hump them after they look in them. They open them up, they look in, and then they start giving it to them. But here's the thing. This doesn't sound like a very appealing movie, but one, it's really dark.
Except
comedy.
For the banana appeals that are in the... Yeah, I'm working on that for an hour.
That wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it at all. It's a very dark movie, but it's funny. It's shot like an old VHS tape. So when you put it in, it looks like you're watching a VHS. And even though that means the quality, it looks bad, there's still really amazing cinematography. And this is one of the things that not people don't give enough credit to him for. Like, they just think he's being weird just for the sake of being weird. But there's actual, like, artistic merit in what he does, even though most of the time it's challenging and kind of fucked up. It is really fucked up. But there's a reason that directors like Werner Herzog love this guy. So, and like appear in his movies. Werner Herzog has been in 2 of his movies. So.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He was in Julian Donkey Boy and Mr. Lonely.
Alright.
There's a reason that people like Werner Herzog love this guy. Because he does really challenging and original stuff. And Trash Humpers is definitely original.
Yeah, well, they hump green bins. That's about all you have to say.
It's a funny movie, but at the same time it's really dark. Like, there's a part where they kill a guy. But then they make light of that because there's a guy sitting pretty much in the dude's pool of blood, and then one of the guy goes, he's like, you got blood on your nose.